John, yeah, a 1-0 defeat it's a bit of a cliche, but was that a classic game of two halves really in the end?
Yeah, I'd agree so. I mean, to be honest with you, I thought we were good value actually today. I thought we played some really good stuff. And speaking as more of a neutral here, but it was a really good game to watch. And I think anyone who was here today would probably have enjoyed it. But again, you're right. It was a game of two halves in a way, but not so much us being poor second half. I think it just became a bit scrappy and no disrespect to them, but I think that's probably what they wanted. You know, they wanted to try and stop us from not necessarily playing, because I wouldn't say that we were popping it about, but I think tried to just nullify us a little bit, leaving a couple in and doing the dark arts, and that's what good teams do. And teams similar to a Prescot, you know, who've stuck together and driven through the ranks. You know, they've done that, and yeah, they nullified the second half, made it difficult for us. But if I'm honest with you, Liam, I think we had more than enough chances to go and see that game off, even in the second half. And I know obviously the clear points, the penalty, but I think we've had 4 or 5 even better chances.
Yeah.
Their goalkeeper's probably had a game that he'll never have again. So when you're saying that after a game, you know that your team's done fine. Now, if that's a league game, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you in the spirits that I am, because I'd be severely disappointed that we haven't gone and put a team who are very good on paper, put them away like we should have really. So, yeah. There's been doubts about us from defensive point of view, doubts about us from an attacking point of view, and I said in there you're going to have doubters, and I think the challenge now is to prove those doubters wrong, especially after Monday night, and rightly so. We were poor on Monday, and whilst I'm not happy about that, I'm also quite happy that it was then, and that we've gone and put on a performance today, which is one, a reaction, but two, a side that a lot of people will look at and go, you know what, you can see that they're working on things. So yeah, whilst it's a negative result, a positive performance.
Yeah, I mean the first half especially, plenty of chances. Panther back in the team had them, but like you said, the goalkeeper was just inspired.
Yeah, he was. He was. But you want your team to generate chances. You know, if we were talking, the keeper's made 2 great saves throughout the game, then you'd be like, well, not that many chances. And we've had moments where, especially last season, we've probably not tested the keeper enough, but I think their goalkeeper's probably double digits in saves today, sadly. Especially that one at the end. I have absolutely no idea how he saved Aiden at the back post. I have absolutely no idea. I'll have to watch it back. I'll have to. He's made a great save at about 7 minutes in from Ben Greenop, who again was really lively, showed some great energy, and that was the ask today. You know, we talk about how we want to play, patterns of play, getting the ball out wide, all of the above, but you've got to work extremely hard. And today they did. They showed a real intensity. They wanted to go and win the ball. They wanted to go and win a second ball. If they lost the ball, they wanted to win it back. And you've got to do that. You've got to do that to be successful in any team, whether you've got quality or not. You have to do the basics well, and the basics of running, you know, working hard. And they did that today. The lads that came on did terrific as well. We changed things 3 or 4 times, and that's what we're going to do. You're going to do that through games. You've got to adapt. Whilst we have a way that we want to play, and you saw it in the first half especially, that you have to adapt to go and win games, and we had to do that. They did that, made it difficult for us. They had a spell for about 5 or 10 minutes second half where they looked like scoring, and fair enough, they're a good side. They got the goal after a couple of bizarre incidents, but we won't go into it too much. But yeah, it's just disappointing that we didn't go and see the game out, and we should have really. But no, there's loads of positives, and again, Liam, we've still got 2.5 weeks till the start of the season, 2 weeks, and in that time there'll be a lot of work and a lot more football to be played, and a lot more opportunities for these players to go and prove themselves and show me what they can go and do.
I like the midfield duo, Fenton and Joel. They seem to combine pretty well, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and Joe Robbins when he came on as well. I think we've got 3 absolute dynamite players who can all play a very similar but different role in the team. You know, they can all do different parts. Obviously, I go on about Joel's tenacity, and I think today you really saw it. But Joe Robbins comes on and it's a 90-yard diag, and we create a chance off the back of it. And these are the things that your players that come on in games or start games, they've got to go and do that. You've got to obviously play to the game and show your strengths at times, but there's also areas of the game that they do extremely well that not many people will see, and that's like that extra yard of pressure or being a bit more aggressive. Joel and Fenton were brilliant in the first half, but I know absolute no doubts at all that Joe Robbins would have been just as good if he'd have started the game. And it's about getting the minutes in the legs for the lads and giving them all the right opportunities, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be clever about how we play the team, but also you want to build some partnerships. We saw Robbins and Fenton generate a real good partnership earlier on in the pre-season. Joel's coming in and doing the exact same, and it'll be likewise. We'll have opportunities all over the pitch, and it's about getting to know each other and doing things properly. And yeah, there'll be lots of changes, but there always is in non-league. So, but no, we're really happy with the squad that we're forming. There's still stuff to do with it, but yeah, we're in a good enough spot, I think.